My name is Todd Nettleton, and I've spent the last 23 years traveling the world to meet and interview persecuted Christians, to document their stories so that we can be inspired by their faithfulness and the faithfulness of God. You know, when you ask me about persecuted Christians, one of the first people that comes to my mind is a Chinese lady named Sister Tong. I met Sister Tong about 6 weeks after she'd been released from prison, where she had been for 6 months because she hosted a house church meeting in her home. One of the first questions I asked Sister Tong was, Sister Tong, tell me about the prison. And what I'm thinking as an American Christian is, tell me how hard the bed was. Tell me how big the rats were. Tell me how miserable it was in that prison cell. My translator translated my question, and Sister Tong got what I can only call a heavenly smile on her face. She said something in Chinese, and my translator said, "Oh yes, that was a wonderful time." And I looked at the translator because I thought there is no way that he translated my question correctly, because I asked about prison, and Sister Tong thought that was a wonderful time. There must have been a disconnect. But the translator assured me, no, I asked the right question, and I translated the answer correctly. And Sister Tong went on to say that during that 6 months in prison, Christ had been so close to her. He had ministered to her in such a personal way. And she also said, there were some other ladies in my prison cell, and they didn't know Christ when I got to prison, but they do know Christ now. So Sister Tong could look back at 6 months in prison as a wonderful time, because she got to experience Christ's presence and she got to be a witness for him. Those are the kind of stories that I want to share with you in the new book, When Faith is Forbidden. I've taken 40 of the best stories that I've heard over the last 23 years and collected them together, and I want to invite you to come with me on a 40-day journey to meet Christians like Sister Tong in China. I believe that if you spend 40 days being inspired by the faith of our persecuted brothers and sisters around the world, your faith will be different on day 41. Pick up a copy of When Faith is Forbidden now and encourage your faith to be like the faith of Sister Tong in China.